Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and this is Monster Hunter World. We recorded these hunts last week on Salty Walty's stream with his friend Beans, and I'm going to give you a link to both of them in the description here. And just wanted to give you a quick look at the equipment. I'm running a Mighty Strong Arm 2 Charge Blade and a mixed set of Legiana Damascus gear with also an Odogaron coil. And this is the set of skills that gives me. So, anyway, on to the action. Okay, and today we are after Teostra, and as it randomly does, it dropped me off someplace different than where I told it to, in this case, directly in front of Teostra. I'm not sure if I remembered to bring the fireproof mantle or not. I certainly meant to, but let's hope. But, yeah. So, right now, I'm just holding until everybody else gets here, because, again, I was not confident in my ability not to get flattened on my own. I probably should have just attacked, but it's funny, too, because Salty turns up not long after I do, and we both end up just kind of trailing it until Beans gets here, and it completely ignores us. It's great. So I just go, yeah. Puddle Pod seemed like the good choice. Yeah, we're both here. We're just waiting on our third member. So, yeah, we're just hanging around, gathering things, following it, picking up its tracks, and watching it, walk through fire like it's nothing, because it is. And, yep, fireproof mantle. I did have it. Now I'm just waiting for the fight to formally start before I put it on so it lasts as long as possible. It's not something I had used, but then I saw a video Zero did last week of using it to fight the final boss, Xeno'jiiva, which we'll be fighting tomorrow. And that was nice. That really... One of the biggest problems I have with that is getting a good position for myself while the ground is on fire and not having to keep rolling and putting myself out. And the fireproof mantle fixes that. That makes the fight 1,000 times easier. And I wish I'd thought of it before Zero did, but hey, I'm just glad somebody did. And let's see, yeah, waiting for a good angle. Man, it can jump. Oh, Nitro Toad. I'm on fire. I hadn't put the mantle on yet. I think at some point here I end up putting the mantle on to put myself out, which does work. Like, you'd think it wouldn't, though. It's like, okay, well, I'm on fire. I've put on this nice fireproof mantle, which will keep the fire trapped inside. That's the best option, obviously. But no. Let's see, it's up in the air. I'm not sure if hitting it with the slinger pods would be the best option, so just trying to keep myself healed and stay close for when it drops. Let's see, almost there. I think it manages to shake him before we can, before it falls. Yeah, so that's when I just started shooting it. Because water damage, may as well. And, I got bounced on it. I really should be putting that mantle on, but I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was waiting I think I was waiting for it to rage, which, not the worst idea probably. But yep, it's getting some of the good fire now. Burning white hot in places, so that's a good sign. I should be putting that on, but I haven't done it yet. Yep, it's sparking. Yeah. This is like one of the things... I think this might be the second time I fought it, honestly, because a lot of the elders I found kind of bothersome, so I've kind of ignored them a lot since the first fight with them. And I'm almost certain this is one of them. I'm about to get knocked, on my face before I can get my charge shot off. Not a big deal. Being stunned is a big deal. Ow. I did finally put the mantle on, though, so good idea. That's braining for you. And let's see. Yeah, when it's doing the fire breath, if I had gotten a few inches further, I probably would have been standing in the fire under its feet, and I don't know if that would have been any better, but yeah, it did. The mantle did prevent a lot of the damage, though, so hey. I'm not sure if I've got all the tools yet or not, and it's about to supernova, which... Oh, man. I forgot that one-shot beans, and it hit me kind of hard, too. But I have a feeling that the fireproof mantle just saved my life there, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it burned out doing that, so I'm not too surprised. Or did it? No, it hasn't gone to that, like, grid pattern that uses to show you that it's not active. So... Yep, time to sharpen. Yeah, so the... yeah, Teostra's kind of tough. Time to get a good shot off. It's not currently on fire, so I really should be a little bit more aggressive if I can manage it. Just, again, waiting for that angle. And there it is. Out. Used Tail Whip, which did not lower my defense, but it did some damage. There's probably a Pokemon move that is a tail damage move, but let's face it, you know, Tail Whip is what comes to mind. I mistakenly threw out my old Nintendo powers from when Pokemon came out. I wanted to keep them because the Gen 1 Pokemon strategy guide was serialized in the issues the year the game came out, and it was pretty handy. But I forgot why I had them. I looked at them and I went, why do I have these? And they got thrown out. It happens. Ack. And... Yep, mantle just wore off. I'm not sure if it recharges quicker if you actually remove it, but you can leave it on and it will keep charging itself. I have a feeling it would recharge quicker if I removed it, but there you go. And yeah, Beans got hit again. This thing is pretty tough. Yeah, I decided since I was having trouble landing big hits, I would do like I was talking about the other day and just use my non-charged elemental discharge, because that would be the best way of ensuring that I actually got some shots in. Let's see, just waiting for a good angle as usual. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, if you're interested in watching me fight something solo, let me know. Maybe I'll do that for next week. But yeah, just taking a minor Gundam break, see how that does for me. And like I said, it's just been hard to get time to record side stories lately. I also want to get started on Gundam UC when I can, but again, that's going to be an editing thing because I don't want to, step on anybody's toes copyright-wise. So, well, we'll see how that goes. And that was probably very foolish of me. Yeah, it definitely was very foolish of me, but also if I'd noticed Salty was stunned, I should have smacked him to get him free. But okay, it's charging. Yeah, I think I did decide. Yeah, I decided to charge my shield here in the hopes. Fireproof Mantle's not back up yet. Also, since we've had 2 out of 3 feints, I'm trying to play even more defensively than I usually do. So, but this looks like a good opportunity if I can get it done. Yeah, good damage. Ow. Okay, let's get a... Yeah, accidentally 8. Sometimes that radial menu gives me trouble. But... yeah, mix some extra Mega Potions because I'm low. There we go. Yeah. I used a lot of Mega Potions on this match because it's a lot of damage. So... I think Beans was hanging back until he could eat again, which, considering the amount of damage this thing's been doing to him, was a really good idea. Okay, now. It took off, so... I probably don't have a lot of intel on this thing yet. Like I said, I fought it all of once, I think, so... Probably good if I stop and get the various trails and tracks where I can. I probably also should have sharpened, but I can't remember everything. Which again is probably just the definition of how to get yourself foolishly killed in Monster Hunter, is not remembering all the major things you have to do. Like I kind of like how much prep time some of these things take. The fact that it does give you the opportunity to stop and prepare and determine the best way to fight something. It's probably, it's probably for me a much better, and I was just so afraid I was going to get knocked out and screw everything up here, but managed to get a potion, managed to put myself out. Good use of a flash, put the health booster down for Salty, and decided to get in there and get some swings off, hopefully. And it's down. Is it asleep? Nope, it's thrashing about, so it is a good time for me to be attacking. I did not manage to get the tail off of anything while we were playing, and I feel kind of bad about that, because everything we fought has a carvable tail, and I spent a lot of time attacking from the back while it was focused on other people, and I never did get a tail carve for us, which is kind of terrible. But also, I think I want to say, was it this? Or no, it was the Diablos, where I think we all got the Wyvern gem that Salty needed, except for Salty himself. The desire sensor that you have heard Monster Hunter players speak of is real. Actually, we're a superstitious, cowardly lot, but it sure feels like you will be the last person to get something if you're in a group and the group drops it. And you need it. And more fire. Trying to hit it with the dragon pod, see if that will help. Took a minor hit, which more than I want to. Fireproof mantle is still not recharged. I did apparently take it off at some point, which is good. And just waiting. Oh boy. Let's see. Yes, I finally, after 3 rounds where we could have used them, remembered the existence of life powder. Alright. And would have been great if I'd had a flash or something. Did manage to... Took a terrible hit, which that's the amount of damage the Supernova move does if you're not wearing the fireproof cloak. And barely survived. I did manage to hit its tail, which, very exciting. But the fireproof mantle can now be used. Hopefully I noticed that. It's a tough call, honestly. Sometimes it's not a badly designed HUD at all, but sometimes when you're in the middle of running around trying not to die, you do not notice these things. And until I was watching this video, I didn't realize that there were icons for your tools in the upper left corner too, which is a place I'd be looking a lot because of my charge blade specs. But I probably never even saw that. Luckily, I think we do fairly okay from here on out, so... I remember we didn't fail this, so obviously nobody else gets knocked out. There. It's down. I'm not sure why I queued up the capture net. I think I was trying to get to the fireproof mantle, but I decided that coming in and doing damage was a much bigger concern. Got the charge shot off. Grab more dragon pods. Should have sharpened, didn't think of it. Health booster is now available, that's good. gather as I go. And yeah, I should have sharpened. Oh well. And we're moving in on the thing. So. There are Vita Lilies around here, which will probably be useful. And now I'm going to set about using those dragon pods. Which again, they're not guaranteed flinches the way scatternuts are, but they do minor dragon element damage, I'll say, and also can flinch a monster, which can interrupt its attack. So just waiting for a good angle. I swung at nothing there because I was hoping running off the top of that hill would be a jump, and that I would get some range off of it and maybe manage to mount the thing. This did not happen. And now while it's ignoring me and limping away, it's time to sharpen. I also do things at probably stupid times, like sharpen, stop to eat, etc. There's a reason that I have speed eating on this set, because I am not good at hiding and finding an opportune time to take potions, so it's best if I can just do it instantaneously. And now I'm mining. I'm not sure why. I think I expected to run farther than it did, because it's really just over there. Okay, and... oh yeah, it went all the way back into its flaming layer there. And I finally remembered the fireproof mantle exists, so it's time to put that back on. Oh yeah, I forgot about the amber there too. I should have grabbed some of that. I need to do some more just random expeditions and find some things in some of these areas, because I'm pretty sure I haven't found everything yet. Oh yeah, they've got bombs. I finally remembered I'm carrying bombs, so we're finally remembered to carry bombs. It's one of those two things, I'm almost certain. But okay, Salty, go for it. And once he's set those off, I'm going to move in and try and get a charge shot off on it. Okay, and I'm too far away, but I can roll in and start the swing. There. Caught it in the leg. It's still not paying attention to me, which, yeah. The quickest way, and safest way, in my opinion, to start your elemental discharge is sword swing, shield jab, discharge. Because, for one thing, if you're not trapped in as long of an animation as you are for starting the axe like that, if you have the time, that'll do a little more damage probably, but by going from swing to jab, you have an opportunity to shift yourself to the left or right after the jab, or just plain cancel out before everything resolves if you get a chance. So, okay. Waiting for a good spot. I think I found it. Hopefully not hitting Salty. And it just missed me, which is good. As an Elder Dragon, it cannot be captured or trapped, so we'll just have to beat it to death. Okay, it's not paying attention to me, which is the time that I like to be hitting things. Decided to charge this time because I might be able to get some big swings off if I'm lucky. Okay. And if I just stay under it for a little bit with the fireproof mantle, that will help. And a couple of good swings. That was actually great the way it turned around and let me get it right in the face. That was perfect. Okay. And breathing more fire, and we got it. So there we go. That is the last two Elder Dragons beans needed before we take on Xeno'jiiva, which is what we will be doing tomorrow. So, let's see. Got a claw. A claw plus, of course. Got horns. And another claw plus. And a mane. Okay. And now you just run around and gather stuff till you run out of time, or at least that's what I always do. Carbonite ore, Dream Core ore, nothing particularly exotic. Let's see, I think I get over there to collect that amber before we run out of time, because, yeah, that stuff is worth a good amount of points, so that's handy. Yep, Dragon Vein Amber and Gaia Amber. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some things I haven't gathered sufficiently yet, because I think I'm still missing like maybe 2 ingredients at the canteen. So I love the muscular feline. He's the chef. He's great. Let's see, got Fire Dragon Scales, a bunch of those, a High Commendation, some Elder Dragon Blood, and a Teostra Mane, and that's about it. Also, a Iron Skin Jewel, so could be worse. And yeah, so that will do it for today, and we'll be back tomorrow.